Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have brought together a group of our mom creators and some of our mom creators who have been helping us test and try out some of the Kindred Bravely products, specifically from their different bra line, their nursing, their pumping bras. The Kindred Bravely bras continue to be a top recommendation from us here at Goo Goo Guru for many reasons, but we really wanted to hop on, talk to some of our moms who are at different stages. Some are pregnant, some are new moms, some have toddlers, some are nursing, pumping. We kind of ran the gamut here. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about themselves, their family, kind of where they are in their journey.
Thanks. So I'm Sabrina, and I am currently in my second trimester right now with my second pregnancy. My first little guy is 14 months, and so we've really gone back to back with this postpartum pregnancy period. So Kindred Bravely has been one of the things that has been consistent throughout my journey. So
Hi, my name is Raynique, or you can call me Ray. I'm a mom of two. I have a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old. I'm actually currently breastfeeding and pumping. I do pump for Tiny Treasures, so all of my pumped milk goes to donation.
Amazing.
Mainly with the pumping / nursing bras, my favorite feature really is with the nursing and pumping bra, you have two flaps, so one goes down and you still have that secure flap to go ahead and pump really much. So that's one of my favorite features.
Yeah, we get that feedback a lot. I agree with you. And that's something like pretty unique to, not every brand has that. A lot of brands, when you buy them, you get it and you're like, oh, this is not going to work with my pump because it's really meant just for nursing.
Guys, I'm Brooke. I am a mom to a almost 2-year-old girl. She'll be 2 in March. I am actually somehow still breastfeeding. I gave up pumping back in the fall, and my body is still allowing me to nurse, which I'm super thankful for. But with 2 years, I have had plenty of time to try all the nursing bras, all the pumping bras. So I really know like what's good and what's not. And I love these bras.
Hey guys, so I'm Deanna. He actually just turned 1 on Monday. So yeah, super, it was super depressing, but exciting. But yeah, so I have had a crazy nursing and pumping experience because he was in the NICU for about 4 months. So Ray, thank you so much for donating milk too, because my baby took some of that before my supply came in. But yeah, Kindred Bravely bras have been awesome. And even now that I'm like sort of transitioning off of pumping, I still find myself wearing these bras and reaching for them because first of all, they're super cute. And I have a lot of pumping nursing bras. Some of them are hideous, honestly. And the material is just not what I like. So I always find myself going to the Kindred Bravely ones.
It's so funny that you say that because we got that feedback last time we did one of these roundtables too, that they were the cutest ones in people's drawers, and also like long-term. And I felt this way personally. I stopped pumping and nursing very early on in the process, but I continued to wear them because they were just the most comfortable. And still, my kids are now 2.5, and I'm very, very separated from that stage, but I still have them in my drawer because they're comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I try putting on a wired bra, like a regular pre-pregnancy, like absolutely not. This is never gonna. So super grateful for these bras.
Amazing. Thanks, Deanna.
My name's Ashley. My daughter turns 1 in 2 days, so I know how it is about the sad and happy about that. But I'm one of the first moms out of my friend group, and I feel like I was kind of the one to like not really know anything. So when I first was trying out nursing bras, I feel like I tried out everything that I possibly could. Once I found Kindred Bravely, I never went back. So they're definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I love that you all included a piece of why they really worked for you or your journey kind of in your introduction. One thing that we, are always telling moms is that it's okay to prioritize yourself a little bit, and you should prioritize yourself a little bit when you have your little ones, because it's so easy to feel kind of lost through that postpartum phase. Can anyone speak to, you know, maybe why some of these products would be a good thing to invest in early on, even in your pregnancy or right before you have babies, why you would maybe recommend these to yourself looking in the past or to somebody else looking forward?
Well, me personally, being a mom of two, my first set of nursing bras were from Amazon and they were like $20.
Right.
And when I got these nursing bras in the mail, first of all, the packaging, I read it and I'm like, I really deserve this bra. Like, I actually got this bra. I don't know why they didn't, but the colors and everything is, you pay for what you get for, and they're very durable. They make you feel good. They make you look good. When I wear them, I mean, I have mom breasts, excuse me, but I now have mom breasts. And when I wear them, I'm like, oh, these are comfortable. These are cute. Even though it's under my clothes, I just feel good wearing them as a mom.
I love that. I love that. Thanks, Ray.
I would say, Ray, thank you for bringing that up, because that was one thing. Being in my second pregnancy, you forget early on how tender everything is. And what I appreciate about a Kindred Bravely bra is, like, after you have one baby, like, we're not trying to fool anybody anymore. Like, things are in a different spot. And like, it just has enough support without it feeling like a corset. And so, like, for me, like, this has been, I wish I would have had this earlier on in my first pregnancy, because then you have it, you're already comfortable with it. You bring it to the hospital with you. I had a C-section, so it, you know, would have been nice to have this bra with me just to start using right away. And so I think investing early, like, it's definitely worth the money. You know, if you get a $20 bra, you're getting $20 quality. So I thank you for bringing that up, Ray. You brought up really good points.
Brooke, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that it's rare to find a bra that is comfortable, functional, and cute. Like, I feel like if you buy any bra, you're getting two of those functions, but not the third one. So it's really the only brand that can provide all three.
Yeah.
When I first had my baby, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be nursing. And now that I've made it a year, I really wish I would have invested in something better, because again, I also bought the Amazon $20 bras and they are not my favorite. So, and also I find myself reaching for those even though I'm weaning right now. So I'm not nursing as much. I'm still wearing those bras.
Yeah. And in reality, they're not that much more expensive than the $20 Amazon bra, right? So it's like, spend a little bit more and get a lot more functionality and comfort and style that'll last a lot longer. I mean, I think I felt like these bras definitely lasted through multiple kids. And I know some of you are in the stage where you have multiple kids, some of you are not, but they really do and will last for years. And if you decide to put them away for a little bit because you've kind of gone back to your either pre-pregnancy bras or the uncomfortable, dare I say, underwire bras, you'll reach back for them when you get pregnant again or when you're having your second, for sure.
I'm gonna say one more thing. I know when I was pregnant, like, I didn't know if I would even be able to breastfeed or pump or anything, but had I had these, they would have been completely comfortable while I was pregnant. And then obviously even postpartum, whether I'm pumping, whether I was breastfeeding, or even if I wasn't, like, I would just wear these regardless, and I do even now. So I just feel like that functionality is definitely there, no matter what route you end up on.
Yeah, I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And Sabrina, I like that you said, like, this time around, you would think to like bring that to the hospital, because it would make things in the hospital so much easier. I think for all of us, we could all kind of say this when you're in your, you know, hindsight is 2020, and you don't know what you don't know. And so when you go to pack that hospital bag for your first, you might not realize that having a bra that would be helpful for pumping or trying to nurse is something that's good to bring to the hospital. I definitely didn't know that.
I think you underestimate how uncomfortable you're going to be those first, especially the first 48 hours that you're in the hospital. With my I had emergency C-section, so I wasn't expecting that at all. And like, I didn't want anything on me. Like, I was so sensitive for so long. It would have been nice just to have this bra. You know, I love the Sublime, the Racerback one. I've always been an athlete, so like anything that's like sporty, comfortable, but supportive is what I go for. So to have that and to have like my mesh panties on would have been so awesome to walk around in with a robe. That's all you need. Like, you don't need like a full set of pajamas or anything like that. Because the last thing you want to be is like done up in those first 48 hours. So like this time around, I'm excited that like I'm going to be comfortable. I know what to anticipate, and it's just a whole different experience this time.
Those of you who have now, actually it's all of you, who have had a kind of this extended journey, either nursing or pumping, how have these bras made that process easier?
I always go back to how people say when you nurse for like a year, it's like the equivalent of a full-time job. So having something that's easy and accessible and not a bra that you're having to fiddle around with, and really like, because we are spending so much time doing that, whether it's in public or at home, it's nice to have a bra that is functional, accessible, supportive, all those things.
And kind of to add on to that too, so I do work full time and I'm still like pumping and all of that. So yeah, I don't want to be doing like 2 full-time jobs with pumping, breastfeeding, and working in the corporate world. So these have definitely just made it so much easier for me to pump while I'm working and just not have to think twice about like holding the pumps or anything like that. So I use the bras very, very regularly.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, in the midst of motherhood, you typically don't even know like what's on you. Like, if it's your kid has some stuff on you, or like if you go a while without washing your hair, I can always rely on this bra to like make me feel a little bit more put together because it's comfortable and I feel like secured and I have support. So if there's at least one thing going right in my life, it's that like I feel like at least I'm comfortable and supported.
Well, and it's interesting. So one of my first products was the Sublime bra. And when I first got it, it was only the breastfeeding one. It wasn't the one that had the double the hands-free one. And getting the hands-free with being able to breastfeed, because I had a little one that he was finicky. He was like, some days I want a bottle, some days I want the breast. So I never knew what I was going to get. And so having that option was so nice. And you find sometimes with the hands-free ones, like it's not tight enough. It doesn't keep the compression when you put the flanges in. So I think like their design is so spot on with how it fits. I mean, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about the hands-free one, but being able to find the Sublime with the hands-free was definitely the game changer for me. It just made options so much easier, especially when they get to that phase when they like want to look around and they're sitting up, and it's just like it's easy to just, if you're in public, to cover up and then bring it back down. So it's just, options are key because you just never know what you're going to get.
I have to honestly piggyback on everything that everyone's saying. I have my 9-month-old is still nursing. She doesn't want a bottle. She won't take a bottle, not any bottle. So being able to actually just, whip it out, no issues. That's my favorite part about the nursing bra, because she likes to touch, she likes to grab, she doesn't care what I'm doing. She wants to eat. So it just makes it way more accessible to just go ahead and feed her and move on about my day, honestly, either in public or at home, honestly.
I really appreciate you guys all being here. I think if there's one sentence you want to leave new moms or moms who are maybe expecting their first or about to kind of enter into this journey, what's one piece of advice or one little thing that you would say to moms about to enter the world of motherhood?
One thing I wish someone would have told me when I was pregnant is just to like not ask for advice. Like, I feel like everyone has such a different journey that like what worked for one person a week ago might not work for you now, or what worked for your mom 40 years ago like might not work for you now. So it's so different, and I feel like that just puts so much pressure on moms to do things a certain way or expect your kid to do things a certain way. So it's just a journey, and just go with it, honestly.
I love that, especially coming from you, who really did have quite a journey at the beginning that maybe wasn't so expected.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just piggybacking on what she's saying, honestly, my number one thing is always, even on my TikToks, I always say, like, every experience is different. Every mom is different. Every baby is different. Only thing that I would suggest, honestly, especially with this journey with the nursing bras and everything, cheaper is not better. Some people say cheaper is the way to go. Cheaper is not better. So sometimes, especially as a mom, investing in yourself just makes you feel just a little bit more better, because, you know, sometimes we don't have time for ourselves. So investing in yourself is just that little tiny bit of good feeling, honestly.
I love how positively you spun. Sometimes we don't have time for ourselves. You made it sound really positive.
Back off of Ray about the investing in yourself, because that would be my advice. Is it's okay to invest in yourself and put yourself first and fill your own cup, because if your cup is empty, or I guess I should say, you can't pour out of an empty cup and into others. So
I would say I have a couple things. Just give yourself a lot of grace, because it's a hard time. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and treat yourself.
Love that.
Honestly, I would just encompass what everybody else already said with putting yourself first. And honestly, if any expecting moms are watching this, start with your registry. Put on their gift cards for yourself, whether it's Kinder Bravely, whether it's Amazon, whatever you want, wherever is going to make you feel good along the way. Start with the registry. We forget that moms need just as much as babies do as newborns. And that was the one thing I didn't do last time that I wish I would have. And, you know, don't be afraid to treat yourself. Doesn't happen very often. Don't feel bad if you treat yourself. And along with asking for help and kind of navigating the advice pathway is to ask questions. I feel like people do a better job of not giving an opinion, but just saying, like, this is what worked for me if you ask the question versus asking for an opinion on something. That's kind of how I've navigated things a little bit better this time. It's just getting perspective versus opinion. So yeah, put yourself first. It's okay.
I really, really, really appreciate you guys all being on here today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm so glad you guys feel the same way about the KB bras as I do. They do also have other lines of stuff, clothing, pajamas, all sorts of stuff to really just make the motherhood journey a little more stylish and a little more comfortable and a lot more functional. So thank you again for joining me today. Everybody have a great day and go have fun with those kiddos.